Hi, Caroline here. I'm the maker behind Winged Flight Jewelry. For those of you who don't know, I'm doing a Bead Advent Calendar Challenge where my husband takes beads from my stash secretly and puts them in each pocket of every day, and I get to design something. So we're on day 11, so I'm going to flip the camera around and let's see what he's picked out. Let's take a look at some of these. So here we have this one up close, and we have, I think that's a stone bead, and then that might be a gemstone as well, actually. So I just also wanted to point out something cool. He has been using binders on my bookshelf up until today, and now he's using trays. This is tray 1, container 3, row 4. So I get to go to my tray of containers today and pick out the beads. So if I take a look, I'm immediately thinking earrings. I don't know. It's my go-to, I guess. So, and this is the pattern I'm thinking of. So it's not bad, just stacked. But I definitely like it with the jump rings, the seed beads in between. Once again, it just gives them a little bit more, makes them a little bit more noticeable, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but what do you think? Which one do you like? So I like this one more, so this is the earring I'm going to design. So all I'm going to do for this one is grab my one-step looper and place that one-step looper in. I'm leaving just a tiny bit of space because I've noticed if I put it right up next to the bead, if you're not really careful, it can crack the bead. So I always give it a little bit of space, and it's going through that hole right here. You can kind of see that like that. And so a little bit of space, and then you just squeeze the pliers together and it makes a loop for you. That loop, as you can see, is definitely not closed. So I'm going to come in with my round nose pliers and just close it up like that. That's a little better, but now the loop is more like a P, not centered. So I'm going to come in with a pair of my flat nose pliers and just kind of stick my pliers right there at the bottom of that loop and just kind of bend backwards. That kind of straightens it out a little bit. I'm going to do that a little bit more like that. That's a little better, maybe even a little bit more. There we go, I like that more. I'm going to use my pliers to just wiggle this back and forth to move it closer. There we go. Oh, still a lot of space though when I move the beads down, so I still need to finagle a little bit more. So I'm going to make a larger loop and finagle that down. That's better. And then finagle it over. I can still go over a little bit more. There we go. That's better. There we go. Can you see that? Nice. All right. Well, I'm going to do that with the other one here. I'm just going to put on some seed beads. We have some, this is my little container of hodgepodge of things that I just pull from. I have some little components that I've made. I don't know if I can pick them up. Out of scrap wire. I like doing that with the little scraps. So here's another one I made. So it's just kind of fun. Okay, so adding some gold seed beads. Whoops. I don't want two, I only want one. And these are definitely stone, these middle beads here, but the others I don't know what they are definitively because they were gifted to me and they weren't labeled. So I think these are gemstones. They kind of feel slightly cold. And these ones don't feel cold, but they just look like gemstones to me. So I honestly don't know though. So, unfortunately, so. Okay, let's add this last one. Alrighty, there we go. What that looks like. And put one more seed bead on top. Oops. There we go. There we go. And now I'm going to come in with my one-step looper again. Some people really don't like this tool, but I find it so helpful. So once again, leave a little bit of space and snip that. That was actually better this time. I left a lot less space. Okay, and I'm just gonna go right to my flat nose pliers and kind of see if I can wiggle gently that loop closed like that, and then bend the loop backwards. And it closed again, and we'll just do a straighten out. There we go. Okay, that loop is a little bit smaller. I don't know if you can see that, a little bit smaller, but that is okay because I'm not going to be showing those loops. I am just going to attach some jump rings. So let me go to my handy dandy findings here. Grab 2 jump rings and these are stainless steel ear wires in a gold color. And I'm going to grab my pliers, find the opening of the jump ring, and then to open a jump ring you just go forward and back, not out, as that will distort the jump ring. So then I add the jump ring to my dangle, add an ear wire, close up the jump ring by twisting in the opposite direction, and then I'm going to do the same thing for this one. Here we go. You just want to make sure with jump rings that you don't want to leave them like that. That's not closed. I don't know how well you can see that, but you can wiggle as much as you need to with jump rings to make sure they're closed. So there we go. Another simple pair of earrings. Sometimes the beads just make me think simple. Sometimes they make me think more complex, just as a complexity thing to show you. I'm gonna move the camera up a little bit. These are some gemstone earrings I made a while ago, and they took forever. It's a technique I was trying to do, and honestly they're really long, and I think they would look awesome as ornaments. I'm not sure if I like them as earrings or not, but yeah. So anyways, this is day 11. If you want to leave me a comment and let me know if there are any, designs you'd like to see. I did make at least one bracelet, but I've been pretty much making earrings. And after I finish this Advent Calendar Challenge, I'd be happy to make some jewelry in some colors that you guys enjoy. So you can leave me a comment with some colors that you enjoy. So yeah, anyways, this is day 11, and I will see you tomorrow for day 12. Bye.